Welcome back. Today is the first day of practice for fall high school sports in Missouri, meaning it's time to talk some football. There's only one place to start our countdown to kickoff previews, and that is in Lamar with the six-time defending state champion Tigers. Lamar is on a 35-game winning streak entering this season. They've gone undefeated the last 2 years. Now, they did lose some big-time skill players to graduation, but they got their starting quarterback returning in Stu McCarris. They also have two All-Staters in T.W. Ayers and Cooper Lucas coming back, and experienced offensive and defensive lines. Expectations are high like every year in Lamar. The players say the key is to ignore that pressure. Just go out and do your job.
Keeping a level head and just doing your job. Make sure you do your job, and when you do your job, everybody just comes together and you play well and you win.
Not thinking about ourselves at all, and just really working for each other and just thinking about the guy next to you and just doing the best you possibly can do to help each other out.
Sometimes when you get to a high level of play, you start to lose focus on the details, and that's where it starts to show, the slip starts to show. I think we need to go back and work on the fundamentals more and the details more and clean that up.
And at number one, the six-time defending Class II state champs, the Lamar Tigers. What a run it's been for the Lamar Tiger program, the first Missouri school to ever win 6 consecutive football state titles. And when you ask the players what's it going to take to win a 7th straight title, the answer isn't too complicated.
Hard work and playing together.
We have to play as a team more so than any other program that's came through here. Play together more.
Lamar is also riding a 35-game winning streak entering this season, and with 6 starters back on each side of the ball, the foundation is still very strong, especially up front.
We have to replace quite a bit with speed and size, not so much because we were pretty small last year, but speed. And we're stronger than last year. We may not have the speed, but we have guys that'll play together.
I would say we got some returners on our offensive and defensive line. I would hope that those would be strengths for us early and to give our skill players a chance to grow up a little bit.
Lamar loves to run the football, and with senior Cooper Lucas returning, that trend should continue. Lucas gained over 1,100 yards with 20 touchdowns last season. Senior quarterback Stuart McCarris is also back, and he says he's healthy and ready to go.
It's our senior year, and we want to be better than any other classes came through Lamar.
And as for the defense, there's great potential. Linebacker Travis Bailey led the team in tackles last year and is back for his junior season, along with a defensive line anchored by T.W. Ayers and Cooper Lucas, last year's Class II Defensive Player of the Year. Lamar certainly has the pieces to make another run.
They're developing their identity. I mean, they're getting there. I think each one of those teams that we've had has kind of had a unique identity, and we just talked about it with them yesterday, that I think theirs is starting to develop. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't think they know what it is, and they can't force it. They just got to let it develop.
The bullseye on their backs could not be any bigger right now for Lamar, and Coach Scott Bailey knows the challenge ahead.
We've had that target for a while, and it's stressful, you know. When you're the conference champion, everybody in the conference wants to beat you. When you're the Class II champion, everybody in Class II wants to beat you. And our job is to be prepared to, you know, hopefully get a win over all those teams.
We just have fear of losing it and being the class to lose it, and so we just keep working harder to win the next one.
And last night for Lamar, they had to wait 2 hours for kickoff due to lightning in the area, but at 9 p.m. their matchup with Cassville finally got underway. Lamar shut out the Wildcats 28-0. They earned their 36th straight victory. Senior running back Cooper Lucas owned the evening as he finished with 169 rushing yards and a score as well.
The Lamar Tigers in East Newton battling the Patriots. East Newton won the coin toss and deferred. Lamar's first play from scrimmage from half the field there. Quarterback Marquez passes over the middle, finds Michael Danner. The 6-foot senior put the Tigers on the board. Lamar first and goal. Handoff to Cooper Lucas. Tigers go up 15-0. On their next possession, the Patriots, Marquez keeps it himself and mishandles the snap, but gets in, extending the score to 22-0. Still in the first quarter. Rolling to the right, pitches and sets the block for Danner. A 58-yard play for a touchdown. 28-0 Lamar. On to the second quarter. Tigers giving us some deja vu here. Pitch this time goes to Cooper Lucas, who races down the near sideline here, and that's a touchdown. Tigers up 35-0. Cooper Lucas might be on our player to watch list again for a second week. Lamar cruises victory, though, 63-0.
Lamar Tigers visiting Aurora.
Tiger offense got going early. Stuart McCarris on the play action. Looks deep, but comes back down to TW Ayers. And Ayers makes a few miss and gets inside the 10-yard line. That would set up Cooper Lucas for a touchdown. 2-point conversion makes it 8-0. Hound Dogs would respond. John Dakota Lee drops back, fires one over to Caden Clark. And Clark will do the rest. Wins the foot race into the end zone. First points Lamar had allowed this season. 8-6 Tigers. Now, if you're wondering how Lamar would respond to a little bit of adversity, here's the ensuing kickoff taken by Lucas. And watch out. He'll take it back across the field, and he'll eventually get brought down inside Aurora territory. And a few plays later, McCarris, he'll fake to Michael Danner coming across the formation. Looks back and finds Danner all alone behind the Hound Dog defense. Pitch and catch makes it 14-6. And the Tigers wouldn't look back as they pull away in the second half and win this one 30-6.
In this week's Game of the Week, the defending Class 2 and 3 state champions square off in a battle for supremacy. Action 12's George Blexy has more from Lamar and Monette in our Game of the Week preview.
This year's meeting between Lamar and Monette holds more weight than in the past. Monette is the defending Class 3 state champions. For the 6th straight year, Lamar of Class 2. Now the Cubs have to bounce back after a loss to Mount Vernon, which was their first since losing to the Tigers last season.
You know, it hurt. You know, a lot of us hadn't lost a game since we played Lamar last year. But it's a growing opportunity. You know, we have a lot of new guys. There's a lot of room to grow. It shows some of the guys, you know, hey, we're not invincible just because of what happened last year.
Lamar will host the Cubs this Friday night with a 39-game winning streak on the line, which comes with the territory of getting the best out of their opponents.
The target on our back is huge because every week you got to go in knowing that everyone wants what you have, and it's a lot to hold and a lot to be accountable for, and it's not going to be easy, but we got to do it together.
The true test will be for Monette's offense, as Lamar has allowed just 6 points all season long.
It's high school football, you know, everything's possible. And, you know, that's what, you know, we're going up there. We're the underdog, you know, we talked about that. You know, they know we're going to have a good plan for them, and if we execute it, we you know, should be a heck of a ball game.
For the Monette seniors, a win against the legendary Missouri program will forever resonate throughout their careers.
To just go out and be able to tell, you know, everybody for the rest of my life, well, the last time we played Lamar, you know, they won 6, 7 state championships in a row, and we beat Lamar last year that we played him. That'd definitely be something that I'd always remember.
But the Lamar Tigers will make sure Monette remains their Cub.
When you have that target, it might be good sometimes, but bad other times, but when you come home on a Friday night, that crowd's full, you almost want to get them off your field. It's like, this is our house, we want to dominate it.
With your Game of the Week, George Blexy, Action 12 Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to high school football game night, brought to you by Missouri Southern State University and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. I am Ethan Schmidt, and joining me, George Blexy.
And Ethan, tonight we got a clash of the champions in Lamar for our Game of the Week. They welcome Monette to town, and you got the chance to see the action close up.
Yeah, it was a great battle as we saw a great show of respect between the Class 2 and 3 defending state champs. Opening kickoff of the game, and Lamar will strike. Cooper Lucas fields this one, cuts to the middle of the field, gets to the outside, turns on the afterburners. He said the old Cooper Lucas can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because he's returning kickoffs for touchdowns. Lamar goes up 6-0 after a failed PAT. Monette, though, trying to go to the air in the first. Carter Brink finds Cody Thompson across the middle for a first down, but the drive stalls there. Tigers take back over, march the field, cap it off with guess who? Cooper Lucas bulldozing his way into the end zone. 14-0 Tigers. And tonight it was all Tigers, even on the defensive side of the ball. Monette's Carter Brink play action fake fooled everyone but Cooper Lucas. A huge safety to go along with his multiple touchdown performance and give it to the Tigers tonight. They dominated Monette 51-0.
A name I feel like we mention every single week. Lamar's Cooper Lucas had himself a day. Opening kickoff against Monette, and that's a house call. Lucas finished with 131 yards on just 7 carries, 4 total touchdowns. Oh yeah, and he had quite a hand in there on this safety. Huge night for Lucas and the Tigers.
Tigers coming into tonight's game with 2 numbers to think about, a 40-game win streak on the line, and Bailey trying to win his 120th game as head coach at Lamar. The Mustangs with the ball, first, but they go 3 and out as QB Peyton Barton is stuffed on the keeper. And Lamar's first play of the game, Stuart McCarris on a handoff to Cooper Lucas, and Lucas takes it 30 yards for the touchdown. 2-point try is no good. It's a 6-0 Lamar lead. On the Tigers' very next drive, McCarris to junior Trevor Medlin for a 25-yard touchdown run. Lamar now up 12-0 in the first quarter. Then still in the first, Tigers deep in their own territory. McCarris on the handoff to T.W. Ayers, and he will shed 3 Mustang defenders. 68 yards later, Tigers convert a 2-pointer after this one to lead 20-0. And Lamar gets a victory, 50-8 over Mack County. Congrats to Coach getting career victory at school.
The Lamar Tigers just keep rolling. And check out the evasiveness from T.W. Ayers. Sheds 1, 2 arm tackles, and then here's the old-fashioned B button on the spin move. 3 Mack County players left in his path. Ayers rumbles all the way for 6.
The leader of Lamar's backfield, Cooper Lucas. Running wild all season long, Lucas averaged 13 yards per carry against McDonald County and found pay dirt 3 times. Lamar defeated Mack County 50-8, and a big part of that was Lucas's 163 rushing yards.
For Lamar hosting Valley Catholic, and it was all Tigers early. Handoff goes to Michael Danner, and watch out. Into the open field he goes. They're not going to catch him. 6-0 Tigers before the fans can even find their seats. Very next possession for Lamar. And there's that man again, Danner. Bounces to the outside, gives the cameraman a little kiss on his way by, and strolls into the end zone. Tigers would go for 2, make it. It's 14-0. Second quarter, Tigers knocking on the door again, and there's the workhorse. Cooper Lucas on the toss, gets to the pylon, and it's turning into a track meet. Tigers up 21-0. Warriors trying to keep pace, though, now down 28-0, and Mason Skaggs finds Carter Roth in the flat and strides into the end zone. Lamar would take that 28-7 lead into the half, and it never got closer as the 6-time defending champs get it done without senior QB Stuart McCarris. They roll over Valley Catholic 55-7.
And at number 2 is Lamar running back Michael Danner. Great numbers for Danner on Saturday as he rushed for 149 yards and gave his team 3 touchdowns of the contest. On defense, Danner also grabbed 2 interceptions in the Lamar Tigers' victory over Valley Catholic.
Senior day for the Tigers, and Lamar would celebrate early and often. First drive, handoff goes to Michael Danner, starts left, surveys the field, then comes all the way back right, and it's green grass ahead. Danner takes it in for the TD. Lamar up 7-0 early. It's 13-0 now. Kickoff goes to the Mountaineers' Andrew Montemayor, and that might have been a mistake. Maybe we shouldn't kick off to this guy. Montemayor makes one guy miss, great blocking in front of him, and he is gone. He takes the kickoff to the house. Mountaineers will miss the PAT, so it's 13-6, and that's about all for the visitors. Just before half now, Tiger QB Duncan Gepner drops back and will fire one deep, and he's got a wide open man. That's Landon Hardman. Junior to junior, Lamar takes a 33-6 lead into halftime, and the Tigers just keep winning 48-6, make it 42 in a row, and a huge matchup next week with the Seneca Indians.
At the high school level, the Lamar Tigers have done what pretty much everyone thought they would do this season. The Tigers are 7-0 right now, and their winning streak sets at 42 games heading into the final week of the regular season. Coming up on Friday, the Tigers will be on the road in a top 5 matchup facing the Seneca Indians. Seneca is number 4 in Class 3, while Lamar is number 1 in Class 2. Here's the Tigers on what they see out of Seneca.
They're a lot more physical this year. They play fast and physical just like we do. They're a lot bigger this year. They've been playing really good football this year.
Old school Seneca football. They got a really good coach and a lot of tradition in their program, and you can see them going back to their roots a little bit.
Yeah, 8-0 Seneca hosting 7-0 Lamar tonight. The Big 8 Conference title on the line. Great crowd and atmosphere at Tom Hodge Field. First quarter, Lamar opening drive. You know it's coming. The Tiger rushing attack. Michael Danner, first down pickup to the 40 before tripping up there, but the Tigers keep it going. 3rd and 3 at the 5, and Cooper Lucas powers into the end zone. Lamar up 7-0. Next Seneca possession, quarterback Gavin Klaus throwing downfield, but Lamar Jr. Landon Hardman with the interception. The Tiger defense creates a turnover. A few plays later, handoff to Michael Danner. Big hole. He's going to cut it to the outside, and there he goes. 63 yards to the end zone, and Lamar races out to a 14-0 lead. Second quarter, Lamar again busting a long run. This time, Cooper Lucas breaking through on the right side, and he is gone. 50-yard touchdown, 2-point conversion, made it 22-0 Lamar. End of the half, Lamar inside the 20, and quarterback Duncan Gepner back to pass and hits a wide-open receiver. Sophomore Wyatt Hull for the touchdown. Lamar up 35-0 at the half, and the Tiger freight train just rolls on. Lamar wins again, 42-13.
wow.
The Tigers win another Big 8 conference title and make it 43 straight wins for Lamar.
Heavyweight matchup between Seneca and Lamar, and it was over early because of runs like this from Michael Danner. Look at him open it up in the open field. How about the Tiger O-line, though? Big bodies need some credit. Lamar is a machine. Impressive win at Seneca.
And in at number 1 this week, the Lamar offense. While no one expected the Tigers to stumble in the first district tournament game, they exceeded expectations by putting up 553 total yards of offense in their 69-6 victory over California. Michael Danner led the offensive unit with 5 carries, 153 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns, along with the receiving score. And Cooper Lucas added to the rushing total with 114 yards and 3 touchdowns. Lamar's offense would score 10 touchdowns in this game.
How about number 3, a familiar name, Lamar's Cooper Lucas? Using the force, I think that's what it's called. He literally stopped the full weight of another human being with his arm. Go ahead, young fella. Can anybody beat Lamar?
Lamar Tigers beginning their postseason run towards a 7th straight state title tonight, hosting the California Pintos. First drive on the game, offense rolling right away. Junior quarterback Duncan Gepner getting behind his blockers, coming into your living room. Gepner knocked out at the 4, and that sets up Cooper Lucas for the first score of the game. The senior fights through 2 Pintos to cash in for 6. Lamar up 7-0 after the PAT. Very next drive, you always have to respect Lamar run game, but they'll keep you honest through the air. And by honest, I mean Michael Danner wide open down the seam. 49-yard house call, 14-0 Tigers through just 5 minutes of play. Lamar scored on each of the first 3 drives to go up 21-zip. Danner makes it 4 straight with this run. Emerges from the sea of black and red, 34 yards. Danner's 3rd of 4 scores in the first half. 28-0 lead heading to the second. After a Gepner stink to put the Tigers up 35-zip, it's Cooper Lucas coming into the fold. Never seen a stiff arm put a defender on snakes, but CL7 will do that to you. 64-yard run. Tigers convert the 2-pointer for a 43-0 lead here. Lamar goes on to win 69-6.
And welcome back to High School Game Night, presented by Missouri Southern State University and Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, as we jump into our second segment and we move on to the powerhouse of Class 2.
No introduction needed. The Lamar Tigers, the best team to grace Missouri for the past 6 years.
And tonight they welcome Warsaw to try and stop their 44-game winning streak. I'm going to spoiler alert, they don't. Wildcats with the ball first, but can't make much happen on their first drive as Lamar's Aaron Molding is there to stop the run there. Then Lamar, 3rd player on their first drive. Michael Danner on the handoff, breaks a tackle and goes in for a 20-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion is good. Tigers are up 8-0 early. Still in the first, Lamar up 15 on another short fielder here. Danner again with the handoff, and then he's gone to the end zone yet again on the keeper. Lamar's piling up 22-0. Lamar defense not allowing a Wildcat first down as Landon Hardman with the interception to stop another Warsaw drive. How about next drive for the Tigers in 6 plays? It's Cooper Lucas with the handoff, and he takes it in for the Tigers' 4th touchdown, all in the first quarter with a 2-point conversion. Lamar was up 30-0. And how about this? Lamar again, they win 57-6. Tigers host Fairgrove next week.
And if you ever wonder how Lamar runs through Class 2 with such ease, then our number 4 top performer is half the reason why. Cooper Lucas lit up Warsaw for 128 yards on the ground with 3 rushing touchdowns while averaging an easy 18.3 yards per carry.
Lamar hosting Fairgrove for the Class 2 District 4 title. Tigers get the ball first, hand off to Cooper Lucas, and this is Lamar football along the right side, and he is gone. 47-yard touchdown. Lamar jumps out to a 7-0 lead. Next, Lamar offensive possession again. More power football. TW Ayers running over people. First down to the 30-yard line. Lucas would later score to put Lamar up 13-0. Second quarter, Lamar adding their lead. Michael Danner, 25-yard touchdown run. The Tigers running all over Fairgrove. They led 33-0 at the half and make it 46 straight wins for Lamar as they roll tonight over Fairgrove, 61-0. final there as the Tigers move on to the sectional round.
On to number 3, we head to Lamar as Cooper Lucas had another great game on the ground. The senior running back ran 11 times for 188 yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. Lucas averaged 17.1 yards per carry and led the Tigers to a 61-0 victory over Fairgrove for their 10th consecutive district title. The Tigers will move on to face Ava this Saturday on the road in the state quarterfinals.
Allow me to reintroduce the Lamar Tigers. Winners of 46 in a row, 6 consecutive state titles, and today they travel to Ava for the berth to their 7th straight state semifinal. Ava Bears undefeated as well, averaging 40 points per game this postseason. Lamar's attack would strike first. Duncan Gepner sets his guys up after a long run, and they give it to Cooper Lucas on the goal line from a few yards out. He makes it 7-0 lead for Lamar. Ava would punch right back. Ensuing drive, Connor Moran fights through the Lamar defense. That brings Ava within 1 after the missed PAT. Second quarter now, same score. Gepner keeps it this time. Junior won't be denied. 6-time defending champs up 14-6 at this point. Let's go to the third quarter. Keep feeding Coop, running like a man possessed. Doesn't let a single Bear touch him. That gives his team the 21-6 lead. Lamar would be up 28-6 after a TW Ayers score, but Caleb Johnson would throw his team back into the game. 9 minutes left. Hit Steven Copeland for a 21-yard score, wide open on that deep ball. Then after recovering a Cooper Lucas fumble, Jonna Copeland again, wide open again, over the middle. 35 yards later, it's a 6-point game. Ava would have the ball back for the final seconds, out of timeouts. Johnson hoping for a miracle. TW Ayers puts those hopes to sleep, seals Lamar's 47th straight win with the sack. On to semis after a 28-22 victory. Lamar back on the road will visit Lutheran North in St. Louis next Saturday at 1.
We came out flat, but seeing an underclassman like Duncan Gepner come together and lead as a quarterback, even as a junior, he came and he led us. We saw him run. Every time he ran, it just brought us up, brought us together. And Cooper the same, a senior in our program. Every time we see him run, it brings us up. And this next week we got to come out ready to play.
Moving on to Class 2, Lamar taking on Lutheran North. Brutal conditions, cold, windy, rainy. It's playoff football. First half, 2 defenses just dominating. Both teams trying to run the ball, but very little success. There ended up being no score in the first half. First time Lamar's been shut out in the first half in a while. Third quarter, Lamar defense continues to shine. Cooper Lucas going to get in the backfield. Huge hit right there. Both teams still trading punts. We go to the fourth quarter now. Still no score. Lamar facing a 3rd and 6 from midfield. Cooper Lucas going to take the snap, follow his blockers, and there he goes. Into the end zone. Extra point is good. Make it 7-0 Lamar. The Lutheran North, quality squad here, coming right back. Misdirection with their quarterback, Josh Hopkins, and he's got running room. And touchdown Crusaders. Lamar still up 7-6, barring the extra point. Lutheran North trying to get that PAT, but it's blocked by Lamar Jr. Dylan Hill. Huge play. Lamar now still up 7-6. And a minute to go. Lutheran North in Lamar territory facing a 4th and 2, and the Lamar defense stuffs it. The Tigers tested in back-to-back games, but they advanced to the state title, winning 7-6, now 1 win away from 7 titles in a row.
We challenged them, wear your faith. Don't wear your fear, wear your faith. And that faith in themselves, in their teammates, is something that carries them late in the game, in a lot of games. Carried us last week at Ava. We weren't playing very well, I didn't think, and there weren't very many smiles on the sideline, believe that, but they found a way to win the game and get 7 more days of football, and that's what we did today. And
welcome back. The Webb City Cardinals have not dropped a single game en route to the Class 4 state semifinal game. Today, Webb put its 13-0 record on the line hosting Platte County. The Pirates are 11-2 coming into this afternoon. The winner will head on to Columbia Friday for the Class 4 state championship. Cardinals defense stepped up early. Pirates threatening Cade Beeson comes up with the interception. Later in the quarter, Alex Gaskell forces the fumble. Tyler Moorhead recovers. This game is scoreless after 1. Second quarter, Cardinals get on the board. Durand Henderson fights his way in for the 5-yard score. Webb City leads 7-0 at the break. On their first drive of the second half, Cashling goes with the keeper and scores, pushing the lead to 14. Platte County made it interesting in the fourth quarter. Here, only down 21-10. Pirates get the interception off Link. They would capitalize with the touchdown and the two-point conversion to make it 21-18. Webb City's defense would make a stand to end it, though. Pass falls incomplete as time expires. The Cardinals are heading back to the state title game. Webb City wins 21-18. They'll play Ladue Horton Watkins in the Class 4 championship on Friday. In Class 2, the reigning six-time defending state champion Lamar Tigers on the road facing Lutheran North. Tigers are in their 9th consecutive semifinal contest, going up against the undefeated Crusaders. Lamar owns a state-best 47 consecutive wins, and it was a defensive struggle all day. No score late in the third. Tigers punting on fourth down. Landon Hardman knocks the ball loose, and T.W. Ayers jumps on it, and the Tigers regain possession. Ensuing drive, Tigers go for it for the field goal, but miss the 32-yarder. We are scoreless to open up the fourth quarter. Late in the fourth, though, Lamar leading 7-6. Tigers defense put a stop to the Crusaders with less than a minute left to play. Lamar heads into the state championship, winning 7-6. What about in Class 5? The Carthage Tigers in the Final Four for the second time in the last 3 seasons. The Tigers facing undefeated Staley. First quarter, how about this run from Johnny Rayborn? Tackled? No. Tackled? No. Touchdown? Yes. Falcons take a 14-7 lead. Second quarter, more from Rayborn. Here, diving in for 6. Falcons extend the lead 21-7. They're going to keep going. Rayborn hands it to J.D. Benbow for 6 more. It was all Falcons. Staley's off to the Class 5 championship game, knocking off Carthage 54-13. And in Class 3, for the first time since 1991, Mount Vernon is off to the state semifinals, hosting Lutheran South. Lancers in the red zone looking to get on the board late in the first half. Senior Tristan Dennis breaks through the line and gets the sack. Make it back-to-back sacks for Mount Vernon as Sammy Robinson sneaks around, bringing Orlando down. Lutheran South is held out of the end zone for the whole first half. Robinson does it on both sides of the ball, picking up a big 38 yards here, and he had 160 yards on the day. All scoring came in the first half. It was all Mount Vernon. Mountaineers are moving on 16-0.
It's become a Thanksgiving tradition for the Lamar community. Another trip to the state championship game. This time it'll be in Columbia Friday as the Tigers look to win their 7th state title in a row. Lamar will face another undefeated team in 14-0 Lafayette County. 3 p.m. kickoff Friday at Faurot Field on the Mizzou campus. Lamar has won 48 straight games. They had to battle a lot of adversity in their 7-6 semifinal win last Saturday against Lutheran North. Terrible weather, several injuries, but Lamar found a way to win that game, and Coach Scott Bailey says this team has one quality that really stands out.
Level of care for each other. It's probably one of the highest, it's probably one of the strongest levels of caring for each other we've had on any team, and we've had a lot of injuries that we've had to overcome, and I think that adversity has just brought them all closer together.
I'm just super thankful that we got this opportunity, and just that what a better way to finish out a senior year, just to go out there and just to continue the tradition like all the teams have done before you, and just go out there and play the best we possibly can.
You got to make tackles, make blocks. It's just everybody that is this far in the season has deserved it and earned that spot in the state game, and you have to play your best game in order to succeed.
Tomorrow is the 4th Thursday in November, so you know what that means. The Lamar Tigers are getting ready to play in the Class 2 state championship. The Tigers are looking for their 7th consecutive state championship against Lafayette County on Friday. They're also looking to push their winning streak to 49 games. This Lafayette County team is the real deal, though. The Huskers are also undefeated at 14-0 heading into Friday. However, this Lamar team has been here before and knows what it takes to finish off a state championship run.
It pays off to have been in that situation before. It's not as new to you, so you know that it's part of the drill, and it's just another day.
It's probably one of the strongest levels of caring for each other we've had on any team, and we've had a lot of injuries that we've had to overcome, and I think that adversity has just brought them all closer together.
Welcome back. The Lamar Tigers are playing in the Class 2 state football championship today in Columbia. They have a lot on the line. They're trying to finish off their 3rd consecutive regular season, pick up their 49th straight win, and win their 7th consecutive state championship. In Columbia this afternoon, Lamar facing Lafayette County for the Class II crown. The Huskers are also undefeated this season. Lamar trailing 7-0 in the first. Trevor Medlin gets the rock and goes the distance. That goes down as a 92-yard rushing score. Tigers tie things up at 7 with 28 left in the first. Second quarter now, Tigers defense making plays. Kinzer Madison with the keeper. Isaac Collins and Landon Hardman get the tackle. Ball knocked loose. Juan Juarez on it. It's Tigers ball. Ensuing Lamar drive on 4th and 4. They're going for it. Cooper Lucas doing what he's done all season long. 42 yards to the house. Tigers take the lead 14-7. Late in the second, Huskers deep in their own territory. Madison scrambling, tries to get rid of it. That's T.W. Ayers coming in hot. Lafayette County called for intentional grounding in the end zone, results in a Tigers safety. Lamar leads 16-7 right before the break. Ayers back at it, making more plays. Back-to-back sacks. Tigers put up 16 unanswered to lead 16-7 heading into the locker room. They pulled away in the second half, and as unbelievable as it sounds, it's real life. Lamar wins its 7th consecutive state title today, beating Lafayette County 37-20. In Class 4 today, in about 30 minutes.
A fun night over at Mizzou as two local powerhouses pursued state championships. We start in Class 2, and the Lamar Tigers riding a 48-game winning streak into this title clash with Lafayette County. Tigers turn the ball over on their first possession, and Lafayette County takes advantage. QB Kinzer Madison completes the pass to Chase Looney, uses a stiff arm, and is going to take it the distance. 7-0 Huskers early in this one. Next Lamar possession, though, handoff to the 5'6" junior Trevor Medlin. And watch out. Can you tell this kid is on the Lamar track team, flying down the sidelines, 91 yards to the house. We are all tied up at 7 apiece. Second quarter now. Lamar facing a 4th and 4, and the handoff is going to go to the all-familiar Cooper Lucas. Breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, breaks another one downfield, and there he goes. Down the sidelines, yet another long Lamar Tiger touchdown. Lamar now up 14-7. Scott Bailey and company took a 16-7 advantage to the locker room, but it's the Huskers who answer first. Kinzer Madison out to Caleb Russell, and the officials give the senior the stretch into the end zone. Touchdown. Lamar is now up 16-14. All Lamar from there, though. Fourth quarter, it's the little guy again. Trevor Medlin finding a lane, and there are those afterburners. Lamar goes up 23-14. Medlin's second long touchdown of the state finals, and it wasn't over yet. Duncan Gepner going to hand the ball off to Travis Bailey. Camera gets a little lost. He is not. Catches up as Bailey is finally walking untouched into the end zone. Second of 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And congratulations to the Lamar Tigers. Their 49th straight win, 7th straight title. They win 37-20 over Lafayette County. Eric Kinnett joins us now and gives us more on the Tigers' historic night.
All right, thanks, TJ. Last year, the Lamar Tigers became the first program in Missouri history to win 6 state titles in a row. Tonight, they become the first to win 7 in a row as they hold off Lafayette County here in Columbia.
I'm proud because they do things the right way, and it means a lot to them to do it that way. They don't take shortcuts. They work. They hold each other accountable. They do things the right way, and that's what makes me proud about that senior class. They wanted to win it all. Believe me, everybody does, but they wanted to win it all the right way.
So Lamar not only has won their 7th consecutive state title, make it 49 straight wins for the Tiger program. Reporting in Columbia, Eric Kinnett for your local sports.
Well, 2 state champions were crowned this weekend, and it came down to some outstanding performances to help crown these teams as champions. We're going to start off at number 5, the junior running back from Webb City, Duran Henderson. Henderson rushed 38 times for 201 yards and had the final score of the game. The junior scored with less than a minute to play to put his team up by 2 scores and put the game away for the Cardinals. In at number 4 is another junior running back, Trevor Medlin of Lamar. Medlin broke 2 huge runs for the Tigers. He broke a 91-yard scamper to bring the Tigers within 1 point of the Huskers in the first quarter. Then in the fourth, Medlin added another touchdown and put the Tigers up by 9. Medlin finished with 5 carries for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns. To number 3 in the Webb City defense, the Cardinals defense playing with a purpose in Mike Smith's last game. The Cardinals shut out the Rams offense and held them to only 107 total yards of offense in the Cardinals' 14-0 victory. Alex Gaskell added an interception for the Cardinals in the win. Now we head to number 2 and another solid defensive performance from Lamar senior T.W. Ayers. Ayers had 8 solo tackles, 2 assisted, 4 for a loss. 3 sacks, and forced a safety on an illegal grounding call. The senior helped force several 3-and-outs against the Huskers and led the team in tackles for loss and sacks. And in at number 1, we have a tie. As expected, the Webb City Cardinals, Lamar Tigers were crowned state champions this week. Cardinals defeated Ladue Horton Watkins 14-0 to win their 14th state championship in program history and their 11th under head coach John Roderick. And the Lamar Tigers defeated Lafayette County 37-20 to claim their 7th consecutive state championship.
Moving on to our Monday tradition, the Big 5 plays have been great all season long, and it's time to reveal the best highlights from state championship weekend. We had 6 area schools playing in title games on Friday and Saturday. Great stuff. At number 5, Colgan's Bryce Hutchins. Up top to Jeremiah Bush, who skies for the touchdown. A disappointing Saturday, but great season for the Panthers and first-year coach Sean Seamatter. Number 4, Class 4 state title in Missouri, Webb City and Ladue. The Rams trying to take a shot deep downfield, but check out this concentration on the pick by Alex Gaskell. The Cardinal defense, stronger than ever, shut out the Rams and only allowed 3 first downs. Coming in at number 3, the unsung hero for the Lamar Tigers. Check out little Trevor Medlin. The track speedster, 91 yards away, and nobody is going to catch that kid. Medlin had 2 long touchdown runs. Cooper Lucas did his thing as well, and Coach Bailey and company come home with yet another state title. Speaking of titles, at number 2, make it 7 in a row for those Lamar Tigers. 49 straight wins, one of the longest streaks in the country. Class 2 still running through Lamar. And at number 1, on top of the mountain, once again, the Webb City Cardinals. Bringing home the hardware, Coach Roderick's bunch finished undefeated, and that defense stepped up in Coach Mike Smith's final game as defensive coordinator. What a fun season in the 4 states, and what a fun year in the Big 5 plays.